Hello, brothers and sisters of light and dark. Welcome to my page. My page is about common sense. I'll try to keep it down and under 10 minutes. If it goes over 10 minutes, I'm very fucking important. And not important to liberals, libertarians, people who believe in God, people who got the smoke, people like the drink, people like ayahuasca, people like DMT. And of course, some people who can't think outside the box, who basically can't think on cloud nine. This videos are not for you, for the masses of asses, okay? I can be cringy, I can sound incoherent on purpose. I do everything on purpose. So if you don't know my intentions, it's a method to my madness. Get the hell out of here. And of course, I just came back from a game of basketball. I will be there. Oh, okay. My brother sent me a message saying he will be there because I do interviews with my brothers and we talk about multiple subjects and topics and stuff. Eventually I'll have the money and I'll have the computer technology and everything. Now people are trying to call me while I'm trying to do my video. Isn't that weird? Don't you I just got in and nobody calls me. Okay. Nobody calls me. Now my wife tries to call me and the ex-wife tries to call me and bullshit, okay? Annoying. It's fucking annoying, okay? But anyway, let me get on with the subject here. I just want to make this short and very clear. What is competitive gaming? Okay? Competitive gaming is entirely subjective. Okay? My definition of what's a competitive gaming is if it's basically fun enough for other people to play. So let's say you got an old person who never played games before and they play against another person who's old, then it can be pretty competitive against one another, because they're playing a game they both never played before. A game can never be competitive if one person has the edge over the other. So, let's say you said your skill, okay, we just going down the street, we are the same age or something like that, or we both got the same amount of skills. My skills is better than your skills, and your skills you think it's better than mine, let's go. That's competitive talk. But basically, obviously, the big difference is going to show, because the person who has more skills is going to win, okay? So competitive gaming is basically that. Just two individuals who saying, I can beat you and you can beat me. Or it could be basically how difficult a game is to learn, so it won't be so easy. Some people look at a great fighting game and they say it's too simple. Like I was just watching this one video, I am Mighty Keith, and I love his I love his fucking skits and stuff, his videos. I love his videos, man. It's so funny, but everything's subjective when it comes down to that. He was telling me how Brawl was not a competitive gaming. I said, hell yeah, it was goddamn competitive. What the hell are you talking about, dog? That game was very competitive. As a matter of fact, Brawl was the best best fighting game of all time. Sub Embassy blows all the other ones out the water. It had an animation to it. It had CG effect. I did not understand why the other ones didn't do that. And no matter what someone says, if someone from the outside says, oh, it's not competitive, we tried to make it competitive. It's all subjective. They're full of shit. You could make it subjective if you didn't have enough skills. You could make it. You could make it competitive if you didn't know too much. You didn't have too much knowledge. You didn't have to do all that studying. But what is competitive gaming? What is competitive gaming to you, my brothers? Okay. All right. So it's all subjective. Everything is opinionated. Don't make it to be like a whole bunch of nerds get together and then they master the game and then they be like, what can they possibly say if they mastered the goddamn game? And then you choose certain types of characters, which has a better skill set of buffering. It has more buffering than other characters. You have an advantage. But do you think that other characters can't beat the character? It's just somebody has to come up to beat your ass. That's all it is. It's still competitive. Everything is fucking competitive. Okay? Now, if you're talking about the technicalities and how this is more than this and this is more than that, and I am trying to learn this, and I'm trying to learn that, and I'm trying to learn this, and I'm trying to learn that. That's your ass that's want to make things complex. I like my game simple, baby. Simple controls. Simple ways of controlling the camera. Ways to not make things harder. Make things easier. Now, there's some fucking games out there like Guilty Gear and fucking Bloody Roar and shit and Tekken and shit like that. Those games take time to learn. Those are not easy games. To me, they're not competitive. It just takes more time to learn the buttons. And I don't feel that my hands are so fucking fast when I play fighting games. It's just that sometimes one button will slip over the other. I don't think it takes a certain amount of skill and memorization for certain games to be learned, babies. And just take that just like that. That is what competitive is. Subjective. Everyone has their own opinion of what fucking competitive gaming is. If you're a geek and a nerd, just keep it to yourself, okay? Let me say, okay, you said if someone just want to talk shit, you prove it, okay? And then basically you just say, I can whip your ass all the time, and then it's competitive because someone wants to challenge you. That's competitive sport. Okay, don't get mad and say, oh, that's not a competitive game. Yes, it is. If you're fighting against each other or doing something other than fighting each other, I see the goddamn Gears of War is competitive and shit. I see a whole lot of games that's competitive, even on a baby scale. Even if it has there's not a lot to learn. You're just pressing one button. That is competitive. And you can mash the buttons all you want. You mash the buttons, somebody can mash it better. Just get out the way when someone start mashing it. There's different ways to avoid certain things. That's competitive. So let's say someone, what do you call it, smash the buttons all the time. What do you call that? A button masher. You just press buttons. Then that person just don't have the skill to mash the buttons better, right? I say, why don't you just mash buttons back then, motherfucker? Don't complain that person's mashing buttons. They catch you in the air. But when you have a time to be open, and you're getting screwed, that's because you don't have the skills to screw that person back, right? That's competitive. Okay, I've seen championships with Dragon Ball Z, and sometimes people don't even get a chance to get hit. They don't give a chance to hit the other person. So what about that person? That person came in. That's a complex-ass game, Dragon Ball Z. Dragon Ball Z. I think it was Dragon Ball Z. Yeah, Dragon Ball Z X or some shit like that. And I see people playing that game is spectacularly beautiful. I don't like the anime of Dragon Ball. It's not dark enough for me. But you know what? That's all I want to say about competitive gaming. What is competitive gaming? It is subjective. Lots of things are subjective. So don't go listening to other people and say what is subjective. That's more superior than what your definition is. It's just full of shit, full of crock. Okay, they can spam the shit out of you. You just gotta know how to spam back, right? If you're using the same character, right? Some characters are incompatible. But if you somehow manage to take an incompatible character against another character, like if you take the boxer, okay? Little Mac, for example, in Smash Brothers. You know for a fact that there's people out there who could probably master him and whip your ass. The characters who's top tier, okay? Top tier, okay? You just gotta find the right person to find them and catch that person. That's competitive. That's the idea of playing certain systems and games. There are some characters who are way weaker. Look at David and Goliath. David, based on a true story, that's what they say. Goliath. Nobody knows if it's true or not. But David was a giant. No, Goliath was a giant. And David, everybody was like, yo, he can't stop him. He's too big. Next thing you know, David shot a slingshot at his forehead, smacked it in the middle, one shot kill. It happens. So stop listening to people when they say what is competitive and what is not competitive. That's their perspective. What about your perspective? And you have a nice motherfucking day. I'm going to call my lady again. I think she's getting horny and shit. She keep calling me for some reason. I said, I can't help you if you're getting kicked out in the street. I told you, you kind of fuck with the master manipulator. Okay, you can't do that. You call the police and you think you're going to get away with it. Now my wife is trying to ask me for things. I said, no, I can't help you. I'm waiting for you to lose everything. Then the kids come over. And then the only way you get into my house is if you're butt naked, walking around with a strap thing on your neck, okay? One of them decorative collars and shit. You can't have no phones over here. That phone shit is gone. You fucked up that opportunity now. Peace.